All right, good morning. This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. The video is going to be a little bit blurry. I do apologize. Going to go over Deep Dish Football game of the week, week 5, between Walter Payton Prep versus Lindblom. A little bit of the coaching points. Not so much. This is going to be a short video because really tough getting Walter Payton Prep's game film. Didn't watch that much. I had to go through rivals and then go to Facebook, but it's going to be an interesting game. 3-1, 4-0, 4-0 Lindblom, Walter Payton Prep 3-1. Walter Payton Prep does more of a run and shoot offense as Lindblom does more of a red gun offense, the hybrid version of the run and shoot. Um, my first couple thoughts are this, and this is a very interesting point that I'd like to point out too. Um, Chicago Payton Prep has had one shutout against Whitney Young. Chicago Lindblom has had two shutouts against. They had two shutouts against Chicago Harper, Chicago Carver. Okay, not that big of a difference, but there's two middle games against Brooks and Perspectives. They gave up they gave up 18 points in both games. Now, if you look at Chicago Payton, Chicago Payton had a tough game against a very tough team in Lincoln Park, but only gave up 14 points. And that's quite impressive, especially against a team against Lincoln Park. Now, Chicago Payton has a lot of good kids with size. Quarterback, they got a nice little wide receiver. The quarterback slash linebacker is actually quite impressive. If you look at towards Chicago Lindblom, who are now 4-0, they got a great group of athletes. Everyone knows about the athletes. Buffkin, um, um, Rutherford, of course, but no one wants to talk about the quarterback. I'm forgetting his name. I do apologize, sir. Walker, quarterback Bryce Walker. He is unbelievable. I'm continuously impressed with him, and I'm willing to put him in the top 5 quarterbacks in the CPS. He's that good. I believe in this kid's arm and his accuracy. It's unbelievable. Continuously impressed with Bryce Walker, but um, with Payton Prep, the small passes are going to be key. Bloom, it's going to be based on a conservative, basically it's going to be on a conservative motion of basically know when to pass, know when to run, when is the right time to hit the deep pass, especially in Linda Bloom's case. Also, Rutherford's going to play a key thing, especially in that defensive secondary too. Now, when you go into Payton more the run and shoot, you're going to be doing a lot of those bubble screens, a lot of, a lot of. sorry about that. A lot of how you say outs, um, and basically the basically they do a lot of the twin sets too. It's going to be very interesting on how on how Lindenblum's defense counters that, and Lindenblum's defense. How do they miss? I'm the teams. They're killing me right now. But Payton Prep, I think when they're serious thing too is what's going to be on the ground game, especially if Lindenblum do not overthink this too much of the passing. I think it's going to be also based on running too. And if they get over that 175, 200-yard rush mark, uh, you can clearly see who the winner of that game between is with the Deep Dish Football Game week 5, Lyndon Bloom versus Payton Prep. Sorry for the miscommunications and all this stuff. I had a frog in my throat, jeez. But this has been Coach Big Pete's coaching points. A little sloppy, I know. This was a sloppy video. I missed. I couldn't find that much film on Payton Prep, so I do apologize. But this is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, Week 5, IHSA football season 2017. Walter Payton Prep versus Lyndon Bloom going to be there. It's going to be a great game. Be sure to that you watch Deep Dish Football Live Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. on Deep Dish Football Facebook, 8 p.m. And Breakfast with Coach Big Pete, 9 a.m. Saturday morning. It's going to be fun. Talk IHSA football. Talk about the Deep Dish Football game of the week. It's going to be fun. See you guys Friday. Tomorrow will be my final thoughts before the game. And watch out for the magic numbers between Lindblom and Walter Payton Prep.